Hello there. For anyone who is not familiar with me or my YouTube channel, my name is Jacob Matthew Crawford and I am a content creator on YouTube. I do movie reviews and I'm doing this video to show my support to Doug Walker and the Where's the Fair Use cause that has really been getting a lot of attention the past few days, especially after Doug Walker did a video as his character, the Nostalgia Critic, on fair use called Where's the Fair Use? In light of a lot of copyright strike problems that the Channel Awesome YouTube channel has been going through, and many other YouTubers are coming together to support this cause, especially after at the end of the video Doug said, "We're all in this together and we need to stick together." And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm here to show my support, and what I'm going to do in this video is talk about my experiences with YouTube's automated system. And before I do, I just wanted to tell you, I have not had the same type of issues that Doug Walker has had. I have not really run into the fair use problems. I generally don't use movie clips in my reviews unless I feel it's a special occasion. But I have had issues with YouTube's automated system, and one other thing. I do not monetize my videos. I just don't feel the need at the moment. I'm still relatively young to YouTube. I've only been on YouTube for about 10.5 months. But just because I don't monetize now does not mean I won't in the future. And now I'm going to tell you about my experiences. I have had 3 experiences with YouTube's automated system, and the first experience was fair. The other 2 experiences I don't think were fair. I thought they were unfair. The first experience was on my main review show, The Bisexual Movie Buff. I did a 2-part review on the Cinema Snob movie, and the man who wrote and starred in the Cinema Snob movie, Brad Jones, he is an online entertainer, a content creator, a film reviewer who I have a lot of respect for, and has been one of my biggest inspirations. And at the end of my second episode on his movie, I put together a montage showing his career over the years, and I used songs throughout the montage, songs that Brad himself has used in his various projects. And I used the full songs beginning to end, particularly the Greatest American Hero theme that Brad once used as the theme to his show The Cinema Snob. And that video has a Content ID claim on it, where the video is monetized and whatever revenue is made from it goes to the companies that own those songs. And in this case, the monetization was fair, and the terms that I was given were very reasonable. The video could stay up, but they got to monetize it. And then there are my other 2 experiences with YouTube's automated system. Near the end of 2015, I did a review of the 1987 drama Less Than Zero, which is based on a book by Bret Easton Ellis. And near the end of the review, I took Ellis's book and I read a full chapter from it. And the chapter is about the gang rape of a 12-year-old girl, and it goes into very graphic detail. After I uploaded that video, a few hours after I uploaded it, I was told that the video had been deleted and YouTube put a strike on my account because they thought I violated their community guidelines. And in the email I got from the YouTube team, as they called themselves, I was not told what it was that apparently violated their community guidelines, but It was pretty obvious to me, even though the email did not specify. It was obvious to me that the thing that they thought violated their community guidelines was the reading of that chapter. Because after I went to a section on YouTube that explained their community guidelines, I found that one of the things that they are very strict on is they have zero tolerance for anything that could potentially be sexualization of children. And that is not what the reading of that chapter was. I was reading the chapter to show how disturbing Bret Easton Ellis's writing can get, and comparing it to the movie's level of disturbance. It was completely in an analytical sense. And I know this was automated. I know that no person saw it when the video was taken down. It had to have been robots, as Doug has put it, because if someone had actually watched that video, like from beginning to end, they would see that it was not sexualizing children at all. And I appealed, and 3 days later the strike from my account was lifted and the video was put back up. They sent me an email, or their system sent me an email saying that after further evaluation they found that my video did not violate their community guidelines. It worked out, but there are some problems with how this all went down. First off, they did not tell me what it was that they thought violated the guidelines, so I had to appeal just by guessing. I had to assume that this was what upset their system. And the appeal process, you are limited. I was limited in just how many characters I could put into this appeal. I had to be very brief, and even though it worked out in this case, the way that's set up, it's almost like you don't have that much of a chance. And now to my third experience with YouTube's automated system, and this one is by far, in my opinion, the most annoying and the most ridiculous. I have made a short film this year called Break-In Escape, and there is no copyrighted material in this short film. Any music that there is, I used from iMovie's library. Henceforth, anyone who uses iMovie is allowed to use it for their projects. And after I finished the short film, I uploaded it to YouTube as a private video so that I could make it public when I felt the time was appropriate, and by the time I put this video up, I think it should be up on YouTube. And just less than 5 minutes after I uploaded Break-In Escape as a private video, I was told that there was a content ID claim on it. And I was wondering what could it be for, because I didn't use any copyrighted songs or movie clips. According to the content ID claim, I used parts of a song called Natural Sounds of the Waterfall, and it was attributed to some group called the Kaboomus or the Kaboomers. The name varies the more I looked into it, and I figured out what it was. I shot certain scenes for my short film outdoors, and for the outdoor scenes I had to mute the audio completely because there was a lot of noise and I was giving direction during those scenes, and I needed to find a sound effect that sounded like wind so the video wouldn't be completely mute in those parts. So I went to the iMovie sound library, and while it doesn't have a sound effect for wind, I couldn't find one. They had a sound effect called Big Waterfall, which I found if I lowered the volume like to the lowest level possible, it sounded like wind. That is what got the content ID claim on my video. And part of me wonders if I really need to say just how insane that sounds. It was an iMovie, and it doesn't even have the same name as this song that they are saying I used. And I know that this was automated because that waterfall sound effect was lowered to such a low level that there is no way any human being watching it could be able to identify it as a waterfall sound effect. To anybody who watches it, they would assume it's just wind. And the fact that it happened so quickly after I finished the upload, the sound effect that I used it isn't even in the video until the 13-minute mark. I have filed a dispute, and I'm still waiting to hear back from this particular group. So we'll see. I just felt like I had to contribute to this movement, to this cause, or whatever name you wish to call it. This is a really complex and a little scary situation, and I feel it's important, and I wanted to be part of it. I wanted to contribute. I didn't want to just sit on the side and wait to see what happens. And the last thing I'll say is, if anyone is wondering if YouTube is so hard to put videos on, then why do we do it? Because YouTube, for all of its problems, is the best place to get noticed. It is the video sharing site that almost everybody goes to right away when they want to look up a video or look for something. And there are problems with YouTube, but it is the best that we have right now. And once again, I just wanted to contribute to this movement, and what Doug Walker said in his Where's the Fair Use video is right. We have to stick together. I am a content creator on YouTube. I am part of the content creating community. And as so many others are doing, I am trying to help spread the word. And with that, I have only two things to say. What the hell, YouTube? And where's the fair use?